Hey, everybody. Hope you're all having a great Tuesday. I am actually doing live on two platforms. So I am live right now on YouTube, and through my phone, I am live through Facebook. Um, I've been out of town for a while and I haven't been on. So I wanted to come on here and do the forecast for the rest of the month, which there's not that many days left, but a lot of stuff is going on. So I wanted to kind of get on here and explain that to you. So let's get right to it. Let me take a sip of my iced tea. Now, on July 21st, obviously I was out of town for this, but Venus entered Virgo. So anytime you have Venus, the goddess of love, entering organized and critical Virgo, love matters tend to become more practical, more conservative in nature. The whole passionate aspect of things is over because it's out of Leo. Leo is about passion. Um, and it's just being more practical. Love matters take on a more practical mantra. Now, I want to talk about something that is taking place starting tomorrow. Happens every year. Some of you are aware of it, some of you are not. It's called a Lion's Gate. Starts on the 28th of July and goes all the way to the 12th of August. Now, this is when the sun is in Leo and it aligns with the star Sirius. This is a spiritual star. Sirius is a spiritual star. It's also called the dog star. And you can see this star in the early twilight hours, like right before the sun rises. I can't remember if it's in the eastern or western sky, but you can't, it's very visible in the morning. This is an energy that activates the Lionsgate portal. What is the Lionsgate portal? This activation begins, how do I explain this into words? I have a bunch of notes here I wrote about it for you. When this activation begins, it makes us want to search out for higher knowledge, higher consciousness. This also gives us the opportunity to create new adventures and spiritual growth. This represents a lot of spiritual growth. This is where opportunities come. This is a wonderful beginning for new starts. Hence the reason why I'm only launching my Patreon page on the 1st of August to the clients that are getting it for free. I will launch to the public on the 8th of August. That is the new moon, and that's just me. I have to follow the universal laws of the moon. You never launch anything in a waning moon phase. So, hi Felicia, how are you? You never launch anything in a waning moon phase. So, the Patreon page will be up only for the clients that I've invited in, and they'll get the forecast. I'll talk a little bit more about my Patreon page launching at the end of this broadcast. We are actually talking right now about the Lion's Gate. And the Sirius star is always rises during the middle of summer. So we're kind of at the zenith of summer right now. This is going to be a perfect time anytime this, from the 28th to the 12th. This is a higher learning. This is where you're going to want to immerse yourself with. A lot of us want to order books on things and stuff like that. This is actually where you're going to really see that third eye open in some regards. But the peak of this energy is on August 8th. Okay, August 8th is also when the moon is new and it's in Leo, and we also have the sun in Leo. So we have this double energy of sun, and I really want my clients to use this sun's energy to its maximum. Anytime you think of the sun, what does the sun represent? Okay, what is Leo? Leo is the sun. It's ruled by the sun. Leo is the shining star, the one that's set in center stage. But Leo also represents strength, bravery, creativity, bravery, and yes, drama as well. With this energy, you're going to want to, anything you manifest in this energy, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. This is about manifesting using the sun's power. Sun represents our health. The sun can represent our success. The sun represents abundance and wealth in some ways. So manifesting what you want will definitely work, especially, God, here goes the garbage man. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Um, this is the perfect time to make those manifestations happen. Just checking my notes, making sure I read everything correctly before I turn the page. I have more stuff on the Lion's Gate. So the Lion's Gate is also a time of deep meditation. It's about staying hydrated. The sun can be very dehydrating on our bodies. So it is about drinking lots of water and getting lots of rest. This is also a time to make magical sun tea. So now I have a damn helicopter going over. It's a very active Tuesday. It is Mars Day. Everything is full of action today. So on August 8th, if you have one of those big glass jars, fill it up with some spring water. Throw in about 4 or 5, maybe 6 tea bags of your favorite tea. If you live where I live, where the sun is very strong and powerful, put that stuff in the sun all day from sunrise to sunset. Make yourself some sun tea, magical sun tea. You can also take that tea as you're making it and set your intentions into the tea, and you've made yourself magical sun tea. Now, for those of you who live we don't always have the sun, we have fog, and I can't help you there. I have no control of the weather. Here in Arizona, it's always mostly sunny all the time, so you can make that sun tea. Lion's Gate energy is also about disconnecting from the mundane world and stepping into nature, stepping into the realm of the metaphysical in some way. You want to steer clear of people or places that bring low energy your way, or even phony and fakeness. It's like energy vampires. Hey, Rev Deb, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Long time no chat. This is where you want to stay clear of things like that. Energy vampires, people or places that really bring very low energy, basically. Now, before I get into the magical folk part of it, if you are a Leo, because this is your portal, this in a lot of ways, Leos, the zenith of this energy happens to hit on my daughter's 21st birthday, which is August 8th. And so I was explaining to her, Leos especially, this is taking place, if you're an August Leo, August born, this is taking place right on your first house. This is your soul's purpose. This is how you are to swim to the light, to the higher knowledge. This is about making those changes. You have the sun in its governing sign of Leo, pushing you further and higher, and whether that's abundance, whether that's oh, thank you, Rev Deb. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Whether that's with abundance, whether that's with doing spell work or any kind of meditation for self-care, for the betterment of yourself, this is the perfect time. Leo, this is your energy, so make the most of it. I already have some things planned for my daughter's birthday. Before we leave for the Grand Canyon that day, I'm taking her to the Grand Canyon. The whole family's doing a spell with me that morning to honor this Lion's Gate, but also to manifest the things that we want in life. And you have to be realistic. I'm taking my daughter to Vegas in a few weeks. And so she goes, well, I want to manifest. I want to win $1 million. And I said, that's fine. Have big dreams. I think that's great, but be realistic too. Okay. Because $1 million is nothing. That's really not a lot of money these days. So, but this energy will help you to manifest that and make things happen. Now, my magical folk, I'm talking about manifestation. That is the key word for this month, this August 8th. This is a time to set our intent, change or heal ourselves, help others to heal. This is about our own self-care. This is about self-love. And really, this is about going with the flow of the change of the paradigm that's happening to reflect the person you want to be. This isn't about making other people happy. This isn't about pleasing others. And I mean this, when I say what I'm going to say, I mean this in a very metaphysical way. You have to think like a Leo. Leos put themselves first. Some, not all Leos. A lot of Leos are tending to their family, and they are the matriarch or the patriarch of the family, and they're taking care of people. But Leo has to put themselves first. This is about taking care of yourself, your own self-care, your needs. So, with my magical folk, I will probably do some sort of spell work around the 8th. Like I said, it's my daughter's birthday, so I'm not going to be home. But I'm going to try and do something a day or two before where you can use either a orange candle for luck, a gold or a golden candle, or even a yellow candle for abundance and money and wealth, or what was the other one I said I was going to do? A red candle can be used for action. I plan on having one all 4 colors, including white for protection. I'm creating my own spell. Hi, Laura Linda. Hi, Laura Linda. Welcome. Nice to see you. I have everyone on Facebook Live, and I only have one person watching on YouTube. See, this is why I do Facebook Live, because I get more people coming into Facebook Live. So I've decided that when I go live, I'm going to go live on Facebook too through my telephone. So, but I'll do something a little spell work for you guys. And Rev Deb, if you're still listening to me, I need to include you into that Patreon page. So if it's still the same email that we have, just give me a thumbs up in here, and you'll get a link to my Patreon page starting August 1st. Okay, and that's just, if you have any questions about the Lionsgate, don't hesitate to holler at me. You can email me at astrologywitch22@gmail.com. You can check out my website, astrologywitch.com. The other thing I want to talk about is Jupiter. Now, on July 28th, which is tomorrow, Jupiter, which is still retrograde, moves back into Aquarius until the 28th of December of this year. So the past 8 weeks, I want you to take note, take stock of what has happened these past 8 weeks. Okay, Deb, same email. Just let me know if it's the same email, and you're going to be getting something. So the last 8 weeks, we've had Jupiter in Pisces, which, when you think about it, Jupiter in Pisces is in mutual reception to each other. There's a compatibility there. Take stock of what's happened these last 8 weeks. They're a precursor to the year ahead, when this energy shifts December 28th, 2021 into Pisces for the entire year. These 8 weeks are a precursor, both the good and the bad, but Jupiter is more about expansion, abundance, things like that, higher knowledge, things like that, education. See what's happened these last 8 weeks. You'll see that that's going to take place in a year from now. We're still in retrograde. When Jupiter's in retrograde, I don't want to say it freezes our money or our money making potential, but what it does is it kind of makes us have to think harder on how to make money out of the abstract and in different ways. Now, for myself, okay, I've been on vacation. I've had to go to a wedding. I was here, I was there. So I haven't been doing a lot of business readings or anything like that. And that's when you're self-employed, that can hurt. You don't get a 2-week paid vacation. You don't get this, you don't get that. Not complaining. Business has been a little slow. However, if any of you are interested in stones, crystals, I have a wholesaler from Sedona. I've taken down my Etsy page because I can't stand them. It's a charge, 20 cents here, 20 cents there, charge for this, charge for that. Someone came at me the other day and said, why are you paying for an Etsy page when you have a website? I go, yeah, you know what, you're right. Why am I doing this? But I have a lot of stuff I've gotten in from Sedona, from a wholesaler. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I've got heart-shaped leptodite. I've got heart-shaped amethyst hearts. I have a couple of lapis pyramids I got. You see my cat's fluffy tail in the background. But anyway, if you're interested in that, I have them on sale. My website was always cheaper than the Etsy store because I always had to pay fees to compensate that. Now that I'm just on my website, I actually can give back to my clients and charge an honest price for an honest piece of crystal. And I'm really picky about where I get my crystals from because I know a lot of people that buy wholesale and they find out that their crystals are made in China and they're not even authentic crystal. They're made of glass. So that's why I choose to do business with someone in Sedona who sells wholesale. He also has his own store up there. He's also a client of mine, so that helps. But he gives me a great price and a great deal for wholesale, and I'm able to bring that price to you guys as well and sell it at a lower price. All right, Jupiter moves into Pisces beginning on December 28th, and it goes through, I believe, December 20th, 2022. Okay, we've moved back into Aquarius now. You're going to see now things shifting back. We have the air energy back. You're going to see things. My cat wants out. No, she doesn't. You're going to see things change in the stock market. You're going to see things change in the cryptocurrency world. Now, I noticed that when this energy 8 weeks ago shifted, Jupiter is about wealth, money. I am a crystal whore too, Felicia. Yes, ma'am, I am. My name is Linda, and I have an addiction to them. We were in San Diego, and I walked into some crystal store, and one of my kids said, Mom, you really don't need that. So I feel you. I feel you on that. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, I was talking about Jupiter. Now that Jupiter is back into Aquarius, there's a big change coming with money. I keep talking about this. So as soon as this energy shifted, I noticed that cryptocurrency started to go back up. It doesn't mean it can't take another fall, but this is going to really affect the stock market. Okay. If you're into stocks, I'm not one to tell you how to manage your money, but I've even kind of pulled some stuff out and sold some things. I don't have a lot in stocks, and when I talk about moving money around, I'm not moving hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm talking $50 here, $20 there, $10 there, things like that. All right. Mars entered Virgo. Mars enters Virgo also on the 28th. And our actions become more controlled, more disciplined, more methodical. A lot more thought is going to be put into our actions, and things are going to get done. Okay, you're going to notice in the next, starting tomorrow, with Mars, which is the planet of action, moving into Virgo. This is about, um, you might have a desire to clean the house, do some late cleaning around the house. I'll be there in a minute. So yeah, things are going to get done. We're going to feel like getting organized and things like that. You might notice this for the next 4 weeks. So, and that's a good thing. This is why planets have to go through certain signs, so that things like when it goes into Virgo, when Mars is in a fire sign, it boosts our libido. When Mars goes into an earth sign, especially Virgo, the organizer of the zodiac, this is where it's about material things, organizing your home, organizing your workspace, things like that. Earth sign is, even in the tarot, earth signs represent the suit of pentacles. Pentacles is materialism, work, things like that. Now, we do end this month with days of caution, and this will be my last days of caution I give out for free. The advantage to signing up for my Patreon page is that you're at the first of every month, you're going to get every day of caution for the entire month. I'm going to give you an explanation of the difference between a Platonic phase, a Moonic phase, and a Uranic phase, just like the great seer Nostradamus used to use in his own astrology. Okay. So this way too, when you're on Patreon, you're able to plan your month accordingly, and you can plan around all of those dates. So the days of caution are going to be July 30th, 31st, and the 1st of August. And it's a Platonic phase that we're going into. So this is where I'm talking about financial news. You see some news with finances. It's either going to skyrocket, and I don't know if that's going to happen until maybe the 8th of August. You'll see it skyrocket or plummet. It's one of the two. This is where drama on the news comes to life. More police issues, police matters, terrorism, things like that. This can also bring some issues to the Olympics, because the Olympics are going on right now. Let's hope not. And then we have this beautiful new moon on August 8th. It's the Lion's Gate Zenith. So those of you who do practice magic, this is going to be a massive opportunity to manifest your desires, manifest what you want, and also take those other classes, take that knowledge. If you wanted to learn about something, take that class. You will be able to absorb that information a lot quicker. Okay. And that is about it. Like I said, my Patreon page launches only for my main clients on the 1st. It's launched to the public on the 8th. Get into a rhythm here where you will get everything posted by the 1st or the 2nd of the month. Days of caution will always be on the 1st of every month, maybe even the last day of every month. And then the full moon and the new moon forecasts, I am going to try and do those every month ahead of time. We're also going to do a Jupiter report that's going to be offered to you, and I will do a full Jupiter report because I don't think I did that this year. I used to do them for free on my website, but takes so much energy to type up something that it's just best if I throw that on Patreon too. The Jupiter report will give you the information you need on how to maneuver through the year with that planet stationed in your house by house and sign. Hold on, I'm reading something here. Thank goodness I will get some Martian assistance. I am currently attempting to clean my hermit cave and, of course, fell and totally myself overreacting in the kitchen. Oh no. Well, yes, that Mars in Virgo is going to really get things going for you, Lisa. I'm so sorry. I have a hermit cave too. You're looking at it. And I even said the same thing. There's so much crap all over the place. Even my own altar is a mess right now, and that's kind of a big no-no. The gods are not happy. Let's just put it that way. But yes, my Patreon page I will be giving you a lot more stuff than I will put out to the regular public. And there is a reason why I'm doing this. Okay. And it's not to make money. That is not where I'm going with this. I don't think charging $5 a month is a ridiculous fee for what I provide for you. But I know what's coming for the next dragon energy. Okay. And that tail is going into Scorpio. And I hesitant to talk about it here on this public platform, but I'm going to give you just a little bit of information before I get off of here. What does the dragon tail in Scorpio bring to the table starting January 22nd, 2022? This dragon goes into axis of Taurus head, Scorpio tail, starting, I believe it's January 22nd, 2022, and it goes all the way to, I have it written down here. That's in its positive. It's about investigations, medicine. It's in its negative state. It's about witchcraft. It's in its negative state. What that means is, I don't see this so much here on YouTube. Of course, I do a little bit. Facebook, not so much. There you go. Fans cost more than $5. Yes, they do. Amen to that. But Scorpio is about witchcraft in its negative, which means, and I see this on TikTok, there are so many witches fighting with each other back and forth. They get mad and they're going to curse this person. When I was being taught this, if you can't handle things in the mundane world, you just don't go cursing and hexing every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's abusing the power and the knowledge and the gifts you've been given. It doesn't mean you can't curse or hex, but some of the things I'm seeing on there, I'm starting to realize this dragon's energy going into a negative Scorpio, we might just see the rebirth of witch hunters again. Those religious zealots that don't like us. I've been attacked on here by them. I guarantee you after this broadcast, there'll be several verses in the scripture being thrown at me, because that always happens. And that's okay. I don't care. I don't waste my time. I don't give a fuck about the opinions of sheep. Let's get that clear right now. Pardon my French, but I don't. But it's very possible that the very people that will burn all of us at the stake are the same people that are going to come back to hunt us. Witch hunters might be re-resurrected. You might hear about this coming in the next year. Okay. With Scorpio tail, this is about police and more drama and more issues with police. A complete restructure or reformation of the police is possible. That's just a few details I'm going to give you. If you join my Patreon page, you'll get the full aspect of what's going to happen. It doesn't mean I won't come on here every week and do a forecast for you. Of course, I will give those who don't want to pay $5 a forecast, but you're not going to get all the information and the knowledge that you would get if you joined my Patreon. I feel more comfortable talking to people on a paid platform. This way I'm weeding out all of there's a word I'm looking for. I'm weeding out the true people from the fakes. Okay. And in the past year, I've had some interesting situations take place in the realm of my clients. I always go into a reading speaking to you in the most tactful way I know how, but also giving you the truth. I'm never going to sugarcoat anything, and I'm never going to bullshit you. There are some people, though, who I guess mistaked my kindness for weakness. Didn't like the free reading that I gave them because they were falling on hard times. Kept asking for a little more, and a little more, and a little more. It wasn't till I realized this person had, I don't think they cursed me, but they hexed me. And I got out the old Sicilian Italian bowl with water and the old strega. You drop the olive oil to see if you've been mulalokioed, and I was. As soon as that oil hit the water, I knew. Yes, they're trolls. Hey, Kathy, how are you? There are consequences, Rev Deb. I agree. Yes, it. In fact, I'm recording it live here on Facebook, Kathy, and I'm also got it going on YouTube. So I'm doing 2 platforms today just to cover all my bases. I'm trying to read everything you guys are. They're counterfeit people, exactly. So anyway, after doing this out of the kindness of my heart, I realized that this SOB hex me. It's okay. I took care of it. But a lot of weird shit was happening in this house. Unexplained stuff. And it was things that were happening. And I was going, that's impossible. Then I'd sit back and go, the only way that this could happen is if I was hexed. So we took care of it. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is the reason I'm doing the Patreon. I have to weed out the trolls, the energy vampires, and the fakes from the real people that want wisdom and knowledge. And doesn't mean I know everything, but I'm in time going to start bringing more people on my platform. You know, I had the herb witch on, and I'm going to start bringing more and more people on. Some people are hard to get and bring on here, like the crypto witch. She has a following of over 300,000 people on TikTok. She's a TikToker. So that goes to people's heads, and they don't want to deal with myself. They see me as the little guy, which I have no problem. I like being the little guy. I like being in my own little world. I'm trying to read what you say here. That's it. I'm weeding out the trolls. It's the best way to put it. Rev Deb, you nailed it. I'm weeding out the trolls. And there's a lot of them. Um, one of the reasons I joined Witch Talk was to promote my business a little more. And yes, the things I do are a little different, you know. Just because the person that taught me this astrology, and Rev Deb knows who it is, um, do you think I agree with him on things? Not at all. I've learned something at 51 years old that is always a red flag for me, whether it's a teacher, and I've had many teachers. Um, when someone acts like they know everything and they can't be taught something new, that's a red flag for me. Because I don't care what age you are. Even my mother, who's going to be 84, says, I learn something new every day. That is a good mentality. That is a good way to think. We're never too old to learn. When we stop learning, we stop growing. So yes, I want to be that old lady in her 80s, that old crone who's wise beyond her years, wise in wisdom, has seen the world, been through it, but is also willing to learn something new along the way. Because that's called growth, and we can grow at any age. That's what bothers me about some of my past teachers. Not all of them, but some of them. Anyway, that's my little spiel for today. We will end it. I do want to share with you something before. So I was in San Diego, and because I live out here in the country, I can't walk to a Barnes and Noble or drive to a bookstore. And the bookstores that they do have here are Christian bookstores. I don't think there's anything there for me. However, I woke up this morning. One of my cats got into a plant. He's okay, but he puked all over the house, and he puked on my daughter's new book, which has seen better days, but I've wiped it up as best I can. But if you have children or someone in your household that wants to learn more about crystals, this is a great book. Crystals for Beginners has seen better days. Like I said, it's drying out right now. I had to wipe it down because of the cat puked right on it. But it's got some really pretty pictures in it. And, great. I love you too, Rev Deb. It's good to see you, hon. It's got some great stuff in here. Great pictures. My daughter has been wanting a book on crystals, so I thought I might as well go ahead and buy it for her. Okay, so then of course I bought myself a book, and I have, anyone who knows me knows I'm fascinated with the Apocrypha, and I'm fascinated with not so much biblical text, but in a way, yes. I think a lot of the lost scriptures of the Bible really portray a lot of missing knowledge, a lot of information. So right now I'm taking a course with Bulkhead Mon, and I'm learning about the 72 demons of Goetta, but I'm also learning about the 72 angels as well. So, the yin and the yang. It's very interesting, and I'm learning a lot. So I ended up buying this book called The Book of Enoch, The Lost Prophet, and this is an amazing book. And what I like about it, because I'm old, it's got big writing in it. But it is a very good read if you're into ancient history, if you're into things like this, anything that has to do with the Apocrypha. And I'll just throw this out here right now. If you are reading the King James Bible, you are reading a Bible that has been changed and reworded over and over again to serve King James, to serve a pope, priests. The Bible has been rewritten so many damn times that I don't even think they know what is factual and what is not. Not that I believe the Bible is factual, but I do believe that there are passages in, especially the First Testament, that give insight into things. Book of Enoch is one of them. Absolutely amazing book if you're into that stuff. And that's what I'm reading right now. I'm actually waiting for another book to arrive, and that one's a little darker, but that is the I've just ordered the Dictionary of Demons. I want a book that talks all about demons. Now, for me, it's not necessarily that I'm going to be working with them. That's not necessary, but if you do, that's okay. In the realm of paranormal investigating, you sometimes come across darker energies, and you do come across demons. Sometimes those demons let you know who they are on your spirit box or your EVP. I want to educate myself more just in case I ever come across one. I can identify it, know what each demon has a certain meaning, just like each angel has a certain purpose. Can't have angels without demons. But that's one of the reasons I got the book, and I'm waiting for it, is because I kind of want to know. There's been only one time I've gone paranormal investigating where we did come across a demon, or that's what the spirit box said. And if I had had the knowledge of what that demon represented now, I would have handled the situation in a different way. It doesn't mean I got possessed or anything, but I'm just saying knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. Knowledge you have, the more prepared you are. He's like me, likes to go and talk to the dead because I do love paranormal investigating, and here in Arizona, there's an abundance of it. So I'm going to end it with a card. I'm going to pull one for the universe, but I'm also going to shuffle. And if anyone in Facebook or in YouTube wants a quick card pull, I'm using the Energy Oracle deck. I do want to mention that I am retiring my angel deck. It has nothing to do with it being the angels. There's angels in this deck as well. It has everything to do with, it's been brought to my attention, and I started thinking about it, and I go, oh my God, they're right. I can't in good conscience endorse Doreen Virtue anymore. This is a lady who has abandoned her metaphysical knowledge and has become a full-blown right-wing conservative Christian, I guess. But she still makes royalties on all of her stuff. Now, her deck of cards that I use are beautiful, and I do love them, but I am retiring them. Now, when I do readings for people, if you decide you'd like me to pull from that deck, I will do it. I will honor it, okay? But only if you request it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be pulling angel cards on here. I'm going to stick to this deck. Number one, this deck was given to me by a client for my birthday. I enjoy working with this deck. I'm starting to feel comfortable with it. I haven't memorized it all. And obviously, I want to continue working with my tarot as well. And I just don't think Doreen Virtue's deck serves a good purpose for that, since she has not, she's stepped down from higher consciousness, in my opinion. Okay. I'm going to start with, is that a yes, Lisa? I'm going to start with Lisa. I'm going to go to Rev Deb. And I don't see anybody else, so you two for now. Here we go. Could I get a pull just requesting a general message of the day? Okay, Jessica, you'll be third. Okay, hon? Here we go. All right, Lisa. Cut the deck. I'm going to get my light ready because I have to read it under the light. Okay. For Lisa, what does Spirit have to say for Lisa? What affirmations are there today for Lisa? Okay, now this one's turned up reversed. Now, I do notice with this deck, the reversed is not so, sometimes the upright's more negative than the reverse. So this is called the Door to Romance. I got to get that out of the light. Door to Romance. It's turned upside down. It is card number 33. So let's see what that has to say. Now, isn't 33 a master number? Am I? Or is it 20? I know 22 is. All right, Lisa. 33, new beginnings in love. Now, this is in reverse, so this is telling you, Spirit is telling you that this card in reverse is indicating a delay or a disappointment where love is concerned. A present relationship. It could also be a sign of distance or separation. For some, the door to love may seem to have been shut for a long time, but the energies and the universe at hand is always in state of flow and flux. Knowing this, you can work on making changes in your daily life that will bring more love into your experiences. Remember to make yourself and your own happiness a priority. Encourage yourself and always acknowledge how valuable and deserving you are for receiving your own love and that of others. Such choices in your attitude and self-treatment will shift many old energies and self-dismantling. Changing your core consciousness and all that you attract. So tell the universe, Lisa, that you're ready for real love because you're finally willing to give it to yourself. Now, before I read this affirmation, Lisa, I want to tell you this. This Lionsgate opening is the perfect opportunity to work on manifesting self-care and self-love. If we don't love ourselves first, and I know some people hate this saying, but it's psychologically true. If we don't love ourselves first, how can we love another or another love us? That's not saying to be vain and say, I love myself, We're not Madonna. I use her as an example because I've seen her stars, okay? But self-love, self-care. And the affirmation, Lisa, is as I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness for me. So go with that mantra. All right. Rev Deb. Felicia, you'll be fourth. Okay, I just noticed you said yes, so you'll be fourth. Okay, Rev Deb. I have an advantage here with Rev Deb because I know her birthday in my head. Rev Deb has been a friend and a client of mine since I was a student of Dr. Torres all those years ago. All right. Cut the deck. I want to shuffle just a little more. All right. Universe, Spirit, what messages do you have for Rev Deb? I will say this deck of cards is very, very hard to shuffle, especially with acrylic nails on. Okay, Rev Deb, here we go. Another one in reverse. Now, in upright, this is victory. And it's card number 28, which a 2 and an 8, 8, 9, 10 represents a 1. On a positive, this is a new beginning, but it's turned in reverse. So this does represent some delays coming with something, but this doesn't mean that there won't be a victory. I will read it from the book. Actually, these are one of the cards I've memorized. So anytime we're dealing with this card, it is about delays. But like I said, the card, if you add those two numbers up, is a 1. 1 is about new beginnings. So this does mean that new beginnings are coming, but I will read it from the book as well and explain it to you a little more. This is about success and achievement. Now, when it's in reverse, the victory card in reverse signals a delay or a reversal in a hoped for outcome, whether it's in the personal change or an external achievement. Success may have been eluding you for some time, but don't despair, okay? You may need to restructure things, reevaluate the situation, or release one specific outcome and set your sights on it. So this, as women, we're entitled to change our mind, right? This can mean I'm changing my mind. Whatever is going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. So, Rev Deb, look for those little signs. I know you can see them. The affirmation here is, I'm achieving great things within myself and in the world. I see myself as a success in many wonderful ways, even now. Now, Rev Deb, we're going to talk about Lionsgate too, because this is your gate. You are a lion. I tell my daughter this too. You got to use this energy to your advantage. This is right on you, your soul's purpose, yourself. So use that energy I know you can because you are a powerful witch and make it happen. Okay? Makes perfect sense? Good. I'm glad it does. Love you. Okay, Jessica, here we go. And Felicia, you'll be next. And then I'm going to get off of here because I have to go to the gym and swim because I'm getting way too fat. And I celebrated way too much this week with a wedding and San Diego and the zoo and overindulgence. You're so welcome, my dear. Okay, Jessica. Spirit, what messages do you have for Jessica? I'm going to shuffle. Wow, that one just spit out at me. All right, I'm going to have to use it. So, Jessica, as I was shuffling, a card just spit out at me, and it was in the upright, card number 36, and it is Second Chakra, Archangel Ariel. Now, out of curiosity, this is not Uriel, this is Ariel. The number is a 9, which is about completions. It's about endings, putting something to rest. This archangel is also the archangel of Aries. So I don't know if you're an Aries, Jessica, or born in the sun sign of Aries. You might have a moon in Aries, a rising in Aries. There might be some Aries energy in your own astrological chart. But anytime you have an archangel present, you have protection of some sort and a way of guiding you. Ariel is about action, but she also represents the animal kingdom as well. And this is a great angel to pray to or do deity work to protect your animals as well. But let's see what the book has to say, okay? I'm going to put this card down and I'm going to read it from the book. That was number what, 36? This is about intimacy and creativity, and it is upright. So anytime you have the Archangel Ariel, the second chakra vibrates in the energy of the beautiful angel Ariel. She sends a bright orange energy promoting inspired creativity and greater comfort with intimacy. When this card appears upright, it's urging you to get creative, make plans, put things into action. It's telling you to let yourself reach out into unexplored areas of self-expression and new projects that may have a more creative approach. This is also a time when the energies of closeness with others and nurturing your own self can flow more freely. You can now open yourself up to the emotional intimacy that may be coming your way. So nurture yourself and be ready to receive the affection and camaraderie of the resonant soul around you. Now I'm going to give you the affirmation for this card. Hold on, I'll read everybody's posts in a minute. I get sidetracked when I do this, so I got to not look at the screen. Your affirmation, Jessica, is my second chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I am creative and self-nurturing, more and more comfortable with the gentle way. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean physical intimacy, mean self-care intimacy, so social intimacy, just like what I just said. So you definitely will do some research on Ariel. I am in the beginning of a new art project. That's awesome. Archangel Ariel is going to give you that strength to see it through and will give you that creative vision. Beautiful card. I always love the Archangel cards. Okay, I hope that helped. And next one, Felicia. I won't forget. I know what your email is. If it's the same one, I have it, and I will put that through. Rev Deb, Felicia. I'm swimming to exercise. Me too. Yeah, it's one of the really burns the calories. I mean, you can go in there for half an hour and do several laps, and you've really burnt some calories. Plus, I like the water. I think I was a fish in a past life. A mermaid. I was a mermaid. No. You're so welcome, Jessica. All right, Felicia. I actually know your birthday too. Okay, Spirit. What messages do you have for Felicia? Let's shuffle a little more. All right, I'm ready to. Here we go. Okay, so Felicia, you drew the 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel with a U, U-R-I-E-L, and it's card number 41, but it's, show it to you, it's turned upside down, so it's in reverse. 4 and a 1 is a 5, and a 5 is about putting in the time, putting in the work. It's a working number. It's about just that, doing the job, getting the job done. I hate the way it shines with that light. It is a very beautiful card. It was pulled in its reverse. So let's see what that has to say. The 7th Chakra Archangel Uriel. This is about spirit connections, intuition, and inspiration. I know your energy and your capabilities, Felicia. I have a feeling this has to do with the spirit world. This is reverse, though. This card reverse indicates a block to your own intuition and to the potential help and power from the spirit world. Perhaps you fear opening up to the side of your life, or perhaps it's just something that seems foreign and unrealistic. I don't see that in you, okay? Because I know you personally and I know your capabilities. So I'm thinking that before I go on reading this, because I know you personally, and I know the capabilities that you have. I mean, even the things you've messaged me out of the blue saying about the spirit world, that this might be a block with one specific individual that is passed on, if that makes any sense. And maybe this is because you knew them personally and it's too painful. Sometimes we put blocks up so we don't have to deal with it right now. I could be wrong. Let's see. Either way, it's time